Hey everybody, I wanted to make this video because it seems like an opportune time. I've talked about this subject before, but it's there's a lot of more current research coming out, like more and more, and then so this is like a particular article that came out that kind of struck my interest around this, which is I'll just read the headline, which is "We broke them all: How researchers broke current image watermarking protections and what it means for new era of truth-altering reality." Overall, the kind of big thing that I've been pointing out to people for a long time is that as a researcher, like there's a reason why I haven't been able to, and no one has been able to come out with like protective AI, right? Like here's like the like protection against AI for you, right? Like so my opinion is, and this is my current opinion, and this is my only my opinion, right? This is only my and my personal opinion is that I don't think that's possible. Like I think that if you understand how AI works overall, I don't think we can get there. And that's why we haven't been able to get there. I think it's an impossible problem to solve because it's an inherent problem to solve. And so the problem is pretty simplistic up front, right? The problem is that so how AI models work, and then so there's a particular setup of AI models called a GAN, which is a general adversarial network. And then how a general adversarial network works is that that's how like a lot of AIs are trained. So like Midjourney, Dolly, like all of these image generation models, they're GANs. A lot of them are GANs. And then what that means is how they're trained is that you have two models essentially. You have like the generator and the discriminator. And then so the discriminator will say, hey, I can pick out if your image is false or like if it's AI generated or if it's like an actual image, right? And that's what the discriminator does. And then the generator improves and improves and improves and improves until it fools that generator or that discriminator. And then like so you can have a very powerful discriminator. This is just how these things work when they actually work in practice, right? So you take your discriminator, and your discriminator can annihilate the generator. Like that's what always happens up front, right? The generator will produce output, and the discriminator is just going like 99% accuracy, and like, yeah, I know this is garbage, basically, right? And then, but over time, then the generator starts to get better at fooling the discriminator, and then so the discriminator's performance starts falling down. But like what happens at that point where it starts falling, where the generator gets so good that it's just fooling the discriminator, the performance of this discriminator just falls off a cliff. Like you break your discriminator at that point, basically, is what happens. Like that's kind of like how I envision it, right? Like the discriminator is just I don't know what to do, like, and then it just stops. And then you just see that in the benchmarks, all of a sudden your discriminator is 50-50 accuracy. It's just flipping coins. And then no matter what it does. And then so with all of these tools and these systems like AI detector tools or whatever it is, like image watermarking, like no matter what it is, right? Like if you set up a GAN against it, like so if you create a watermark and then someone else creates an AI model that is to like figure out and remove that watermark, then essentially over time, like as long as it gets better and better, the generator within that, or like the one that's like generating the removal in that instance, is going to win, right? Because it's going to like be able to fool like whatever protections that you have. Like that's what the discriminator is in that instance, right? Like so you are in the defense mode, you're the discriminator, and then so anyone that is generating like an attack, generating a watermark removal, whatever it is, like the generator is going to have the advantage in that given a long enough period of time. And then but the other thing is too is it leads to kind of like an arms race situation, which is why the big thing that I want to avoid with this is like what happens overall in this context is that like the bigger and better AI agent wins in that instance, right? Like, so if you put essentially you're just having them go to battle, basically, right? Like you're having one battle the other, and then so whichever one has the better algorithms, has the most compute power behind it, has the most parameters within its model, is better trained. That's one that's going to win overall, right? And then so that's kind of the situation that you deal with, and you get into an arms race situation there. I don't know how to solve any of this. Like, again, I am of the personal opinion that this is an unsolvable problem because of the nature of how GANs work, like how that like that's just built into like I don't know what to call what it's built into, but it's built into stuff. So yeah, that's my opinion on this topic overall. If you like this type of content, please like and subscribe. Thank you very much.